So, good morning from Jakarta, or Tangerine, one of the suburbs of Jakarta, and this particular area, Bintaro. This is a typical example of what one of the gated communities looks like. So if you're an expat and you're thinking of moving to Jakarta and where you might be living, if you're not living in one of the tall apartment blocks, then it could be somewhere like this. So the main road is all the way down there, and then you've got different, they're called clusters, different clusters all around, and I'm going to show you them. But this one here is the Discovery Complex, thus the big D. But we're going to walk up there. I'm going to show you around a special lake. I'm going to show you where I live, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about living in one of these little complexes. Let's go. Right, let's have a look at this little waterway. This is like where you can see a pipe there that will lead into this complex, so all the water that's drained out will filter into this. So it's not actually the cleanest of water, but actually the litter doesn't look too bad, and if you're lucky you might even see a monitor lizard down there sometimes. Can't see one today. And across the road there you've got a bloke, a bluebird taxi driver, and there's another bluebird driver sitting over there, and the guy in the green next to a motorbike, he is a Gojek driver, and what he will do is someone from around here will order something. They might order him to take him on the back of the bike, or more likely they'll order something from McDonald's or Starbucks or whatever, and he'll go and collect it and take it to them. I think their fee's about 60 pence per delivery. Not a lot by international standards, but it's enough for them to make a living. So that's what he'll be doing. And over there you can see one of the first clusters, Discovery Terra. They look like, and there's the gates. So yeah, I've been living in the Discovery Complex for about 6 years now, and I've seen lots of changes. For instance, this wasn't here when I first moved. It was like jungle. You can see banana trees, mango trees, papaya trees, and that mosque wasn't there, so I'm going to show you that. Yeah, so this mosque, I think it's been under construction for about 12 months, and it looks like it's nearly finished. In fact, every now and again you'll hear the call to prayer, which is what we need to talk about. You can see the speakers there. You can see the proximity to that building over there. At 4:30 every morning or thereabouts, the call to prayer is going to blast out. And if you're not careful, or if you're living too close, it will wake you up. I was living somewhere else, and the mosque used to wake me up with a jolt every single morning. It was so loud. You've got to choose where you live carefully, because that seems to be too close to this. But let's head over the road and see what Discovery Park looks like. Looks quite nice, and feast your eyes on the beautiful lake beyond. Look at that. Look at that lake. Before I moved into this complex, I looked online at some of the pictures, and they've got like a professionally done photograph of that lake. It doesn't look like this. I'll post that photograph here. Look at the difference. So yeah, this little park has got like a walking track all the way around, and every morning on the way to work or on an evening you see the Keep Fit Brigade. They're doing their stuff. Not so many at this time of day. But yesterday, I tell you what I saw, because look at this disgustingness here. It's like a horrible pond of sediment and slime. But there are actually some kids over there. Here's a video of them. I don't know what they were doing. They look absolutely disgusting. And some days the smell is pretty horrific. It looks grim, doesn't it? Look at it. Look at that. Look what I've just spotted there. Some kids doing like a martial art training. How good does that look? Look at them all. Another of the clusters up there, Discovery Conserva. But there's one of these signs here, so I'm going to get Google Translate on it and see just what it says. Let's have a look. Forbidden swimming, playing, fishing, bathing, dangerous. Absolutely. So there you go. Don't do anything in there like those kids were doing yesterday. But I'm going to do something I've never done before. I've seen this so many times, and today I'm going to cross over it. Wish me luck, because if I fall in there, I am absolutely done for. Oh, let's go. Okay. It's not very slippery, thank goodness. Let's have a look over there. Keep on going. Nearly there. Oh, just when you thought it was safe, there's a few little obstacles to trip you up. Bypass that, no problem. That's how you risk your life in Jakarta. That little building there, this one, is actually a little mosque. And I don't know whether this happens in other parts of Jakarta or Tangerine, but on the evening prayer, maybe about 5:30, 5:45, instead of the imam singing, you get a young lad singing. And his voice, well, to me, sounds horrendous. Maybe other people think he's quite a good singer, but I don't know why they allow these children to sing. I've seen them in there with the microphone singing. I'll try to get some footage or some recording and put it here. Just listen, see what you think. Okay, so this is my complex, Discovery Serenity, and we're going to meet a couple of the security guys. We'll go through. They're a friendly bunch. I wouldn't trust them if an insurgent attack came knocking. I think they'd say, "In you go, lads." In fact, I once saw them doing a drill. They were like all standing like soldiers or trying to, cigs in the mouth, pieces of wood in the hand, and they're like marching on the spot. It didn't really instill confidence, but let's go and say hello to them. I'm sure they're going to be friendly. If they say Pagi, that's saying hello. Pagi, Pagi, can you say hello to my friend? Hello. 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 Hello again. Hello. See a friendly bunch. Right, let's have a walk around and see some of the things. So we're inside. All these nice trees. In fact, this tree here, just, I think last week, you can see all these bits here. They had loads of jackfruit hanging from it. Looks like they pulled the jackfruit off. I'm pretty sure I've got some footage here of what it used to look like. But I just noticed up there is a tiny little jackfruit growing. Can you see the bud of a jackfruit? That's what they look like when they're small. Uh-oh, look at all these ants. They are red ants. If any of those bite you, you will know about it. Keep well away. Right, so here are some of the houses that you can buy. And from what I can gather, fairly wealthy Indonesians buy them, and then they sometimes live in them, or more often than not, they rent them out. And we pay for ours, which is a little bit around the corner. We pay 100 million a year, which is about £4,800, about $6,200. But you pay it up front. You don't pay it in installments. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? These ones, they've done things themselves, added bits to it. But yeah, you pay it all up front, and then it's done for. But I know you can get others for about 80 million, so maybe for about £4,000, right up to, I'm guessing, 200 million, even more. So yeah, some of them can be quite pricey. But let's have a walk around and see on this Saturday morning, which is getting really hot. What are these bags for? Oh, I know where they are. Look at them. It's jackfruit. They're covering the jackfruit. So the jackfruit's there so nothing will eat it, and then they can sell them. Look at this. So yeah, this is a jackfruit tree. Oop, there's the red ants. Oh, be careful. Let's carry on. Oh, there's one there. Look. There's a couple of them. Jackfruit. What I like about these complexes is you often get something in the middle. It could be a football pitch. In this case, it's like a keep fit thing. So you can sit on it and you can do your exercises. You hardly ever see people doing the exercises. Or you could even hire one of these little electric bikes. Get the app, off you go, and you get these little stations everywhere. You can just leave it somewhere else. What do you think? Is it what you expected? And this, my favourite sculpture in the whole of the Discovery Complex. Is it a tree? Is it a leaf? I'm not really sure, but it looks good. At night, it's lit really well. It's a little bit rusted here, but overall, that is looking pretty chipper. So I'm walking past these houses for something which doesn't look too good. It's not these two, I don't know what they are. They're security huts. You never see security guards sitting there. I don't know what they're for. It's this. Can you see this wall running around the edge all the way around, and on the top of it there's some horrible barbed wire. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because beyond that wall on the other side is a kampong, and a kampong is like a local village. It's where the local people of Indonesia live, and they've got this to stop or to keep a barrier between us and them. I think it's pretty disgusting. So behind there, there'd be their own houses, there'd be a mosque, there'd be little shops. I've been there a few times. You see chickens running around, everyone's waving, you see banana trees, all the fruit trees. It's quite nice over there, actually. Let's carry on over here past this interesting thing. What's that for? And look at this. This is the grandest house, I think, on the whole of the Discovery Complex. What I suspect happened is the owners bought maybe 2, 3, 4 houses and converted them into this magnificent palace. You should see around the other side there's like some like Greek columns. That is one fantastic house, isn't it? But this is the street where I live, passing the White House, and I'll show you where we live because it's got some sort of weird, I don't know, circus awning on the bedroom. Why has it got that? And what's that blackened bit? It's not fire damage. I think it's just some sort of tropical grime. But we'll go in, we'll have a look at what's happening. Here it is. This is where I live. And there's the motorbike I go to work on every morning. Behold. Right, let's go. What will we see inside? There we go. This is what one looks like inside. It's a bit bare at the moment because we're actually moving out of Jakarta in about 3 weeks' time, so we're packing everything up. It's a bit messy right now. We've got like a laundry room in there. In here is something special. Bathroom. But you know, whenever we get the urge, we have a swig of the gin, full to the brim. Look at that. Actually, that's there because I found a rat in there once. It come up through the drain pipe. So we've got that cover over it. Put a gin, well, it's not gin, it's actually water. And we've not seen any more rats since. This is like a little garden area. This is the kitchen. You're going to see geckos on the wall. You're going to see geckos running across the floor. It's all right, isn't it? Looks okay. And up there, I don't want to go up there because it's not very nice, is the maids' quarters. Let me tell you something about the maids in Jakarta. Most expats will have a maid in some form or another. We have a maid. It sounds really bad, I know. Before I moved to Indonesia, I was thinking, what, people have maids? Is that a real thing? We have a maid, this woman, she comes twice a week. She works on a morning and she does a lot of our cooking, all our washing, all our cleaning, all our ironing. And she's a member of the local community. She works with other expats on the other days. And she gets a good deal, we get a really good deal from her. But other people have a maid who live in their house all week. They might have children, for instance, and they might have living quarters where you have a live-in maid. And some of the maids' quarters aren't particularly nice. Ours is horrible. I won't show you it. But yeah, but maids are a common thing in Indonesia. You might have a gardener, you might have a driver. We just have a maid for 2 days a week. But yeah, there you are, a little bit of what the housing complex looks like. 3 bedrooms upstairs, AC everywhere. It's all right. Hope you enjoyed that little tour.